Alright, so picture this. High school, but not just any high school. I'm talking about a massive school, nestled in the hills of Clarendon, Jamaica. Over 2,000 students, and let me tell you, every single one of us knew Donnelly. Now, Donnelly wasn't just your average classmate. She was different. In Jamaica, we have this deep-rooted belief in spirits, doopies, and things that go bump in the night. It's a part of our culture, passed down through generations. Our grandparents would tell us stories about rolling calves in Ol Haig. So the idea that spirits could walk among us wasn't far-fetched. It was just a fact of life. So, when strange things started happening around Donnelly, you know exactly where our minds went. Donnelly had these episodes. The doctors called them seizures, but for us it looked like something else entirely. Something ancient and powerful. It was like a switch would flip. One minute, she'd be laughing with us. The next, her eyes would roll clean back into her head, showing nothing but the whites. And the strength, oh my goodness, the strength. They say it was like she had the power of 100 gorillas. I know that sounds like an exaggeration, but when you saw it, you'd believe it too. We all had a routine. We had to look out for Donnelly every single day. Most times she could feel it coming on. She'd get this look on her face, a sort of panic, and she'd whisper, "It's coming. Run." And you better believe we ran. We didn't walk, we didn't jog, we sprinted. It was a race for your life. The whole school knew the drill. The second the warning came, it was pure chaos. People would be flying out of classrooms, scrambling for safety. But sometimes, there was no warning. One time, we were in the middle of math class. The teacher was droning on about algebra, and suddenly, there was this low growl. We all turned. It was Donnelly. Her head was down on the desk, and when she lifted it, her eyes were gone. Just white. She'll let out a roar that shook the entire block. Our math teacher, a big, stern man who we all feared, went pale. He was the first one out the door, yelling, "Every man for himself." We didn't need to be told twice. We scattered like ants. The worst part was when she gave chase. She would lock onto someone and just run, her arms flailing, making these guttural sounds, and she was fast. Nobody, and I mean nobody, wanted to get caught. Not the students, not the teachers, not even the security guards who were supposed to protect us. We'd see them, big, strong men, vaulting over the school fence like Olympic hurdles. Our only defense was to barricade ourselves in the classrooms. As soon as you got inside a room, the first thing you did was help pile everything you could find against the door. Desks, chairs, filing cabinets, anything to slow her down. We'd huddle together in the back of the room listening. You could hear her outside, pounding on the door, shaking the handle. The sound was terrifying. It felt like a scene from a horror movie. But this was our Tuesday afternoon. One day, she had an episode right in the middle of the crowded schoolyard during lunch break. It was pure pandemonium. Trays of food went flying. People were slipping on rice and peas trying to get away. She chased one of the most popular boys, a guy named Kevin who was on the track team. We all thought if anyone can outrun her, it's Kevin. Well, she was gaining on him. Kevin was running for his life, his face a mask of pure terror. He finally managed to dive into the library just as she was about to grab him. We all believed it was a spirit. Some said it was an angry duppy that latched onto her. Others whispered that one of her ancestors had meddled with Obia, Jamaican magic, and this was the price. Whatever it was, we were all scared of it. You never, ever picked a fight with Donnelly. Even if you were mad at her, you just let it go because you didn't want to make her angry. You didn't want to be the reason that thing came out. You weren't fighting Donnelly at that point. You were fighting something else, something not of this world. After an episode, she would just collapse. When she woke up, she wouldn't remember a thing. She'd look around at the chaos, the overturned desks, the terrified faces peering from behind barricades. And she'd just have this sad, confused look on her face. "What happened?" she'd ask. And in those moments, you didn't see the monster. You just saw a scared teenage girl who had no control over what was happening to her body. It was a strange way to grow up. We were her friends, but we were also terrified of her. We protected her, but we also ran from her. It taught us a lot about compassion, fear, and the things we can't explain. High school in the hills of Clarendon was an experience, that's for sure. And a big part of that experience was evil Donna Lee, the girl who was both our classmate and our greatest fear. It's a story I'll be telling my grandkids, I swear. Thanks for listening to my crazy high school memory. Make sure to follow for more stories.